Alright, let's just get into it. NYC auditor here with an update. And as you can see, this guy's face of the Port Authority Police Department, Tyrant Sergeant J. Cronin, I don't even know how you say the name. One of those. Shield number 163. Many of you saw. If you didn't, I encourage you to go watch that video that me and another auditor did. Constitution Cowboy. We were in JFK in Queens Airport, and we basically got threatened with arrest again. And from the beginning, everything was cool, but then we started getting harassed by the airport staff and all of that. And then they called these guys. Now, let me just say this: I could be filing a complaint on everybody, but I don't look at it like that. I look at it: who was the main one who initiated everything? Who was the main one that was a tyrant? And this guy, you looking at him right now. You know, he didn't show up first. He showed up last, and that's usually how it happens. Well, usually what happens is they'll send the regular cops, and then they'll send the sergeant to make the final decision on what goes on. So, you know, the first two cops that we came in contact with, you know, they were tyrants too, but they wasn't. They see, you gotta understand something. Like, there's a difference between a big tyrant and a little tyrant. The little tyrants, they could be trained to, look, man, this is not how you act. You gotta act this way, you know. The big tyrants are the ones who would just do anything. He probably would have choked me. He probably would have did anything because they don't care. They don't give a fuck. That's just how they is, you know. So you just gotta understand on, you know, the level between all of that, because there's a lot of bad cops out there, but there's a lot of bad cops. But if they're trained properly, they can change. They can be different, you know. But you know, it is what it is. I received a letter from the lieutenant of the Port Authority Police Department. I'm gonna read it. It says, "Your enclosed complaint filed with this office alleging misconduct by a member of the Port Authority Police has been assigned to me for investigation. In the event that I have not contacted you prior to your receiving this letter, please telephone me at your earliest convenience. If I am not available to receive your call, please leave a telephone number where you can be reached, and I will contact you at my earliest convenience. Please understand that we need your cooperation in order to conduct a full investigation of your complaint. Thank you for your attention in this matter. Lieutenant Victoria Lubeck of the Port Authority Police Department." So, you know, I'm on it, man. I told y'all from day one that anytime my rights are being violated, or it doesn't even matter if it's a public servant, it doesn't matter who it is, they're going to be held accountable for what they did. And, you know, so I'm not worried about the little fish. I'm not really worried about that. Like, a few of you have been asking me about the update with the security guard at the library. That's an investigation that's still going on, and I don't know what's going to happen. But he's a little fish. He didn't do nothing to me. Now, this guy, he obviously takes the cake because, you know, he was definitely a big tyrant, and he needs to be held accountable for what he did. And I told him that I was going to file a complaint against him. So it wasn't over. I mean, you got to understand something. And I know a lot of trolls be saying stuff like, "Oh, you guys left. You can't leave. You got to get arrested." I don't know how many times I'm going to stress this, and I'm going to keep saying this shit over and over till you guys get it. If you guys want to see somebody get arrested, if you guys want to see somebody thrown on the ground, put in handcuffs, then go watch another channel. There's plenty of channels that you could watch other than mine. So don't watch it, because my job is to make sure I educate, I expose, and I highlight. So that's exactly what I intend to do. So, I mean, I'm not going to say in the long run that something won't happen, I won't get arrested, because you never know what could happen. But as far as I'm concerned, I'm going to try to avoid it. And I'm going to try to do many complaints as I can to make sure that they won't do it to the next person. And then when we go back to revisit, we could ask everybody, "You guys got educated, right? We could do this." And then they know, everybody knows. So, you know, at the end of the day, it's not really about, you get thrown to the ground, you getting arrested. Yeah, all that's cool when you file lawsuits and all that, but that shit takes time. So, but it is what it is, man. I just wanted to update you guys on this. Now, I'm gonna be calling her back to see exactly, what we're gonna do as far as moving forward. So And I know it's going to take a while. But thank you guys for watching. Subscribe, like, share, hit the bell so you know exactly when I'm dropping a video. Thanks a lot. Take care. Be safe.